minutes before the actual start time for everybody
1,
to
2,
sort
3,
of
4, 5.
jump in.
Can you hear me better, Roses, now? Or?
I do that. Boys, how does James sound for you?
Yeah, there is a whistle. Oh.
Yeah. Thanks.
Because, right, James, let me turn up your volume because for whatever reason you're mad quiet for me.
Why are you
Probably
gay?
turn me down when I shout at you all the time.
No.
Why are you gay?
Right, go and speak now. You
Yeah,
were slow.
man. Wait,
Yeah, I got it's fair.
we're live.
Oh,
Yeah.
we, darling angel.
Man.
Right. I don't know why, but I'm
Camera
going to share
on.
this around the
What
other
is
leagues
that
as well. You
Background.
see what they're missing. What is it? It's blinds.
I swear I just heard somebody. No, I swear I just heard somebody being like choked out or something. Like someone had like, a hand over their mouth or something. I don't know
Well,
what I just heard.
I mean, my dad's in the room, but you know, I'm not choking him.
That would be
Yeah,
on
well,
the mic.
Now he did join me for one before, but it's a bit awkward tonight. Otherwise, I would get him
What
in.
are the other two teams? I was writing down all of the teams so we keep track of the draw. But
Yeah.
mine's drawn from a blank.
Sorry.
I've got Red, Aston,
Speak-
Alpine, McLaren, both of the Alphas.
Williams.
What else is there?
Williams.
Williams,
Williams.
and Mercedes.
I've got to this.
To be fair, Oozers, you did better than me because I got stuck at 6.
Sorry, I actually got onto 6. I was
no.
thinking for a while.
Right.
When did
Right, Leeds is already in this team. Carty is already in this team, and Wales in this team. What the fuck? Oh, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm trying.
Is our audio in stream right now?
Wales?
Yeah.
It is okay, cool.
Well,
He did time trial.
You're not actually
I'm
let,
tired
want me
of
to-
Singapore.
get off a game.
Singapore.
You're not allowed to play on the game while you're doing this.
oh.
So rude.
Sorry.
Oh. Hello, Damir.
That's outrageous.
I'm gonna
Hola, Ollie. And hello to
Oh, that's
operator.
right. I can get a stream up on the TV. That is
Yeah, you can get your stream up.
James, don't.
Wait, is
spoil it.
Hilly's face on this?
But yes.
Yeah, it's got my face in it, yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Well, you have to
Hey,
have his
I'll tell you
power
what.
on.
I shaved my head
So weird.
and had a shave for this.
Good man.
I looked like a proper homeless person yesterday. And then I shaved it all off.
Oh my god. I did not imagine
Down the
you
stream.
looking like anything like this.
Really? I'm pretty sure I've told you before I'm a short, balding, fat bloke.
I was about to
You
say,
know.
well, I'm pretty sure Haley's told us that he's bald.
Well, to be fair, I shave it, but I get like a monk's patch in the middle. That's why I shave it. But it does grow. Like as I said, it was actually quite grey. It was good. I reckon about 4 inches yesterday. Talking about my hair, Reed.
4 inches. Hang on a minute.
Yeah. Murray Walker himself, young version. Yeah, not the dead version.
It's so weird.
Who's
Hey,
got
Reed.
this?
Right, I
Black
just literally,
Label
I just heard,
Yeah.
I just heard
Oh,
what I
that
said
may
about
have
30
been.
seconds ago.
Well, it's always you, man.
Well, technical difficulty.
Can't
Ah, the
believe
looks. That's
Will
it.
from the
That,
league.
I'll tell you what, Reed, that's a great shout. Reed's pointed out
What
the
he said.
looks are a young Murray Walker. So there you go. And he was a handsome guy, was Murray.
George Michael.
Who's George Michael?
Full George Michael spec.
What do you mean?
What? You know how people can hear you, right?
Who's George Michael?
Not who's George Michael. Who said it? That was Oozers, wasn't it? You said who's George Michael, didn't you, Oozers?
Quick Google. George Michael
How do
song.
you not know?
What?
Careless Whisper.
Wham.
Careless Whisper, Make It Big, 1984.
Yeah.
Had a wham. Yeah.
Go on, George Michael. I heard of who?
What about last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it
I've heard that.
away. There you go. Well,
I
says
can
can
see him
confirm
dancing on
Hilly
the
is
stream.
gorgeous.
Sung by Al Murray.
That's supposed to be a camp dance for doing
Murray.
George Michael.
I don't
Al
know
Murray.
who. I don't know who that is either.
Al Murray's the pub landlord.
Landlord.
Yeah, he's a
The pub
landlord.
landlord. That's his like.
Yeah.
He was a comedian. He's a comedian, but he does like a
Comedian,
character called the pub landlord.
And it's actually
Anyway,
a landlord as well.
Anyway,
Right, we're getting sidetracked.
yeah, we're getting sidetracked. We were supposed to be starting 3 minutes ago, but we're just chatting rubbish now. Only 7 people on. There's everybody else. Hopefully they'll join as we go. Right, okay, guys. Well, first of all, thank you to everybody that's joined so far. And so to give you an idea, so obviously, as I said in the Discord earlier on, but I have actually shared the link to the stream in other Discords, so for other leagues, just to sort of show them what they're missing, really.
Your beautiful face.
So just to give you an idea, then we will be starting by doing a quick review of the final season on 2022. Then there will be the draw for well, actually, no, I'm lying to you. Okay, I wasn't going to tell you guys this, but actually, I've got something else lined up for after the review.
Oh no!
So you guys will be actually, I'll be pitting you four head to head against each other in a game.
Can I?
we go
Can
into
I
the draw.
please go against that? I'd love. Please.
I'm scared.
So we'll get to that. It's going to be consist of 2 semi-finals and a final. So
What's the prize?
I didn't think of a prize, if I'm honest with you. That's it.
Do we
You can start the season on plus 10 championship points. Okay.
Oh well.
There
Probably
we go.
10 more than I'll get anyway. So.
Or I might send you one of my bowls instead. But we'll see.
Yeah.
You alright, Oozers? Right, okay. Then there will be the draw, guys, which we'll explain fully when we get to that. And then we just got a bit of admin. So we'll be doing some predictions from the draw and just sort of reviewing what's happening in the draw. And then, as I say, we'll be doing some admin. Oozers will just confirm for us the new rules that have come in, although you should all be aware of them because you should have all read the rules in a way. And there's something new to the league that I'll be announcing at the end as well. But I'm not going to ruin that surprise. I've already ruined one. Right. Well, the review first, guys. So if my memory serves me right, I think Hameth, or James, as normal people call you. Yeah, I think you were.
That was awesome.
Hameth.
That was awesome.
Thank you. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, it's over to you, mate, for rounds 1 to 4. I think it was.
Yeah, rounds 1 to 4. So yeah, we got underway in Bahrain. It was a championship opener, as it has been for many a season. I really enjoyed Bahrain, to be honest, as it was my first real opportunity to race the league, and I wasn't let down. Reed took a dominant pole, just over 2 attempts ahead of Carsey. I know Carsey says it's his bogey track, he's not here to defend himself, so it's not really fair, but there you go. Lap 1, a few little bumps and spins as you'd expect for opening race, but it was overall good racing. Woody's DNF unfortunately brought a safety car out on lap 11, which ruined the hard tyre strategy. And then Carsey's Alpine team decided to put him on soft. So I think Whale, you went on soft as well, so game glitch, whatever. She managed to fight through the pack and get back to 5th, Carsey. And Reed took the opening win, so it was great for the league on that one. Meat Brawl and Moomin rounding out the podium. Driver of the day was myself, which made me fall in love with Hilly from here on out. And a special mention to Ozers for getting the half 27 laps. What a gentle wee man. So yeah, that was round 1. Round 2, we went to Australia, and for some reason I was in a Red Bull, even though I've been given the Haas seat full time. So thanks for that. Well, Carsey got pole by a slim margin of 1 second over Cool by a pole in second, and Reed and Laguna having an unfortunate coming together in Q3. Racing J took the lead on lap 1 for the second race in a row, proving how good he is at launching off the line, but a spin on lap 3 saw him fall down the order. Carsey carried his dominant quality to take victory by 34 seconds and sealed the fastest lap to take maximum points for the race day, which also made the driver of the day as well. Bossman Whale in great P2 and Mooman securing back-to-back podiums. So great race all round. No safety cars as well, so that was good. Round 3 was Monza, and that was the first sprint race on the calendar as well. So Monza was a bit of a wreck fest for most of these this year, to be honest with you. It was a little bit like that, but there we go. Reed took pole ahead of Carsey and called by the pole on third. Carsey took the lead on lap 1 and took a comfortable, I can't remember see what this says, I'm going to be honest with you. Safety car lap 6 of the sprint saw him to softs and no one followed him in, so he dropped down the order. Managed to work his way back to 5th, but it meant a great win in the sprint for Reed, starting on pole, called by the pole set, and then Taylor in 3rd. The May race was eventful to say the least. Had a late safety car that was a bit of carnage, with lap cars being ghosted in the mix, but Carsey managed to get the front and get a victory, even after getting a 3-second penalty for track limits. Reed finished 2nd, called by the pool, round off a very good consistent race weekend, and driver of the day was Taylor, who come through to finish 4th. Great race really, but yeah, bit of a mess. Hopefully better on F1-23. See Lee dancing in the background.
They said Hilly gave us a wave, so...
Give us a wave with your feet.
Well, somebody else said, ever hear a man about the man with the no legs? So I thought it showed that I've got legs. Splendid legs, can I say? That bird from
round 4 was
Ernie and Wise had nothing on me.
The league. So Sainty joined the league at Zandvoort. He got pole. I know. Pole battle. Less than a 10th. Separating Carsey in 1st, Sainty in 2nd, and Reed in 3rd. So yeah, really good quality battle.
I just realised I said earlier. Sorry, I just realised I said Ernie and Wise. I meant Morecambe and Wise. Ernie was Ernie Wise, so Morecambe and Wise. Sorry. So it's well before all you lot's time in a way. So carry on, Hameth.
No worries. Racing J saw him go from 5th to 1st by the 2nd corner, so somehow he's just an absolute demon off the line. Contact behind saw Carsey drop right to the back and Reed drop a few places as well. There was a safety car on lap 7 for called by the Paul's crash, which covered up the field and helped Carsey make up more places. Our first rainers, which caused chaos in the pit lane and an undercut for Racing J, were the treat, bringing him out ahead of who was the leader, Sainty. Ozers then binned it on lap 22, causing a second safety car to bunch us all up again. And also saw some people go from inters to full wets to try and seek that advantage. The game being the game put hards on Reed's Alfa Romeo whilst it was pouring with rain. That ruined his race completely. I've done it earlier. Gameplay, Racing J. Sainty in 2nd. Racing J 2nd. Sainty in 3rd. And that man Carsey all the way back 4th, but it was Racing J 1st. Mixture of winners.
You're cutting out, mate. From I don't know if that's coming through on the stream.
Oh,
sounded fine for me.
Well, that's me.
Okay, it's just me then. Don't worry.
4 races, so.
Races, okay. Thank you very much for your incredible insight on that, Hamaf. That was brilliant. That was great, mate. Thank you very much. That was basically spot on.
No worries.
So, top man, who's going to follow that then? So, who was races 5? I think it was Oozers next, was it?
It was the main man himself.
Whale.
Was it me?
It was. Hey!
Oh, sorry, Oozers. It is you. Oh,
it
right, sorry.
Me, yeah,
mate, just answer the question next time because it saves the confusion. But off you go then, me wee Scottish man.
No worries. Right. So round 5 was Imola. During qualifying, there was a lot of shock exits in Q2 as we saw Reed, Baz, and Cool by the Pool all drop out. And Carsey in Q3 was also clear of P2 by just about a second. The race was completely dry though, as Carsey picked up his 3rd win in 5 races. with Whale and Reed completing the podium, and Whale picked up the driver of the day for his consistent pace. Round 6 saw us round the streets of Monaco, where Sainty grabbed his first pole of his Whale career. They all had here we go. They all had P4 cleared by a full second in what was a brilliant freeway battle for pole. The race started off quite hectic, but it had calmed down by around lap 11. But on lap 12, with Reed chasing down Gaza for P3, unfortunately crashed out, which was the start of his downfall in the championship, unfortunately. Carsey completed the race in second, whilst Sainty converted his first pole by being 50 seconds clear of Carsey to win the race, whilst Whale was a full minute behind Sainty in P3, and with that dominant drive by Sainty earned him the driver of the day. Canada then came round, and it was the second sprint race of the season, with Carsey claiming pole once again, who was Reed by only three tenths this time, and it was the first time in this season where both Carsey and Reed were on the front row together. The sprint saw a lot of big gainers, but with that came a lot of big losers as well. Baz gained 12 places and Freeman gained 13 places after they were both penalty free. Carsey then obviously won the sprint race. And so he also wait. Sorry,
You must say you're reading.
I did indeed. I thought I was reading. Oh no. Freeman. Yep. Right, here we go. So Carsey, after claiming pole and winning in the sprint, which was now his fourth win in 7 races. The race was under full wet conditions for the first half until halfway through. It was still raining, but it wasn't as bad. So the intern came out. But a safety car very late on in the race brought the pack all back up together. And this saw again a lot of big gainers and a lot of big losers because of all their time penalties. Freeman claimed P2 and Reed crossed the line in P3, but because of all his penalties that he'd amassed, dropped all the way down to P9. And it was James OMG who then claimed the final spot on the podium, as he jumped six drivers, and he earned himself the driver of the day as well, for that event. In round Spain, it was in what had been a somewhat to Carsey standards. He'd maybe not have claimed as much poles as he would have hoped by now, but it was his 5th in 8 rounds. And Reed also completed the front row with him after being five tenths behind him. But he had a 5-place grid penalty for a collision in Q2, so it dropped him down to start the race in P7, which then racing Jay on the front row. But the race started off very bad for Carsey, who dropped down to P5 on lap 1 after he had an incident with the curb, and on lap 4 he had another incident on a curb which dropped him down even further. But Carsey being Carsey showed why he was the champion, and recovered the race lead on lap 8 and went on to win the race by a further 21 seconds. The podium was finished off by Gunnar and Reed, and it was Gunnar's first podium in the second season of WAO.
Well, good thing.
Excellent. Right. Okay. Thank you very much, users. That was legendary. So
Well, lad.
thank you very much indeed. Next up is for rounds 9 to 12. Was supposed to be Carsey, but he's bottled it. So basically, I've got to do it. He sent it to me, so I've got it here, and I'm going to read it. He hasn't really bottled it, by the way. He's done he's got a family day, so he's decided to spend time. Yeah, they decided to spend time with the family instead of us, basically. So, a bit disappointing. Okay, so round 9 was Austria. Austria saw one of the most exciting races of the season, in which a three-way battle for the win between Carsey, Meatbro, and Zainty took place throughout the duration of the race. These three drivers traded the lead in what felt like every lap of the race, as they were all looking to pick up the victory. In the end, though, it was Carsey who took the race win, surprise, extending his championship lead after breaking out of the DRS of the following cars, which is 6 laps to go. Meatbro followed in P2, with Zainty in third, having been further hampered by picking up a 3-second penalty in the closing stages of the race. We also saw, though, Moomin pick up P4 and Reed found himself in a very impressive P5 after an instant dropping him to the last place on lap 1. Dorian greatly impressed as well in qualifying by making it into Q3 and landing himself 7th on the grid. We also saw how heartbreak for Lego Lamb. We also saw heartbreak for Lego Lamb, who, after his most impressive drive of the season, was taken out of the race from 6th place after an incident with Whoopi on the final lap. For round 10, we travelled to Kota, USA. Information on Kota was not as substantial, as it was the only race of the season that wasn't streamed. I was dying, basically, so it didn't get streamed. Nobody else would do it, nobody would take one for the team. I was extremely ill. I was on my deathbed and made a miraculous recovery. So this recount is solely off of memory and is not my memory. Like, I ain't got one. It's detailed. We saw Zainty taking one of the most dominant wins of the season after a blistering pole lap set at the end of Q3, misplacing Carsey, who had topped the previous sessions. After getting this pole position, he never looked back, earning himself a Grand Slam. The race for the lead was finished after around lap 7 when Carsey spun at the penultimate corner, giving himself damage and dropping himself out of contention. He is human, see? Where he eventually finished 4th after a drive through the field. Gonzo finished in P2 after a stellar drive, with Racing J rounding out the podium in P3. Round 11 took us to sunny Portugal. Reed, Carsey, Zainty and Racing J dominated the win column this season, between them picking up the win to every race this season, apart from Portugal. So not every race this season. Okay. In which we saw Gunnar pick up a stunning win with a 1-2 effort with his teammate. Ah, yes, I remember this. Great result. Effort with his teammate Whoopi. All the signs of a great race were there in qualifying, when a wet qualifying meant that Zainty and Reed were not able to capitalise on Carsey and Meatbro's absence, starting the sprint race in 16th and 5th respectively. We saw Whoopi take pole position with a 3/10th gap to Whale in P2, and Corey and James Adams rounding out the top 4. A notable qualifying performance was Operator in P7 with a fantastic late lap in the Inters conditions. The sprint race saw an early spin for Reed and a retirement for Zainty, with the guys at the top remaining fairly unchanged. The top 5 for the race start being Whoopi, Racing J, Whale, Gunnar and Hameth. The race saw some differing strategies, with the Aston pair both starting on softs, with the rest of the field choosing between medium and hard tyres. This soft tyre start worked perfectly for the Aston pair, meaning they built an early lead and were able to pit for the hards when the safety car came out on lap 8 due to an operator crash. They were then able to coast to the finish, with Gunnar taking the win by 5 seconds to Whoopi, to Sainty in P3, who was a further 3 seconds back after an outstanding recovery drive from last on the grid. It was a disaster though for Racing J, who crashed out of the race, and Reed, who got a drive-through penalty and ended up finishing 16th. Which takes us to my last one, so round 12. Hungary, the Hungaroring. Hungary started with a shock as a new recruit Mamo set a blinding lap in Q3 at the start to start the race in second place behind Carsey. The top 5 were rounded out by Reed, Sainty and Gunnar. Lap 1 of the race saw a controversy as Gunnar misjudged his braking into turn 2 and took out Carsey, sending him to the back of the field. Reed, Moomin, Whoopi and Well suffered the same fate in this incident as collateral damage due to the spinning cars. This left Mamo in an unlikely lead in the early stages of the race, with Sainty hot on his heels. Sainty was then able to catch and overtake Mamo and never looked back. Coasting to a victory, Mamo followed up his qualifying form by driving a very impressive race, making no mistakes, and landing a P2 and his first podium of the season in only his second race. Carsey fought back through the field on his way to P3, so still picks up the podium, just ahead of a very impressive James Adams, picking up his best result of the season in P4. Gunnar ran out of fuel on the last lap, losing a podium and putting him unfortunately down to 5th place, with Reed fighting his way back up to 6th. We saw an impressive and mature drive from Baz to pick up P8 from 14th on the grid, and a disaster of a race from Whale,
Thank you.
which filled with spins and mistakes on his way
Which one
to
was that?
P14. Hungary. It was one of many.
Oh,
of course.
Jesus.
There we go. That is round 12 Hungary. So we are on to round 13, and I think it was Whale up next.
No.
No, Corey, I got it the wrong way round. God damn. There we go. All right then, Corey, if you'd take us through round 13, 14, 15 and 16, I hope.
Okay, so round
Awesome.
13 saw us go to Jeddah, where qualifying was more of the same. Carsey setting blistering time after blistering time. Sainty were close, but a single appearance for Cialdino as a reserve standing in for me that race. Saw an incredible P2 in qualifying, and shout out to Dorian for getting P5 in qualifying as well. He had a sensational qualifying. The race itself, with no safety cars and only one DNF, it was impressive how close the lead and pair were. If it went for karting mistakes, it likely would have been more of a battle to the line. But Sainty took a good win from P3, and Reedy winning a rightful driver of the day after not being able to qualify, if I remember correctly, coming all the way through to P3 by the end of the race. Cialdino and James finished out the top 5, and P4 and P5 respectively, making a great day for Haas, and much respect for Cialdino for stepping in for me for that one. Then round 14 saw us at China. Again, it was a case of what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you did.
I thought you was interrupting me there for a second.
It actually wasn't me. It was my dad. I think he was shouting at the Aussie Gold Hunters on the telly. So sorry about that.
Fair enough. Okay, so round 14, China. Carsey once again took a fantastic pole position, and Sainty joined him on front row.
Oh, I love her. Sorry, he's doing it again. I do apologise. I don't know how can I mute him?
Right.
I don't, if I press mute on here and it's not muting him.
Put a sock in his mouth.
Free qualifying taken by Daguna. the race started off with an excellent strategy called by Laguna. By going on the alternate strategy, he was able to take the lead very early on. As the race progressed and a safety car came out just after the medium tyres came in for their one and only pit stop, meaning the race was made for the hard tyre riders. There were great battles throughout the field, whether it be for the lead or further down the order throughout P5 through 10. I'm trying to hold it together here.
You got this, bro.
Yeah, I got it. But yeah, great battles all the way through into the final few laps when the people who stopped for the medium tyres got caught by those who were on the hard tyres as the mediums died off, with quite a few positions changed in the final laps, particularly by Gonzo gaining 2 in the final lap. And I believe it was Rolex's debut, and he got a podium, joining Carty and Sainty on it, as well as winning driver of the day. Now on to Great Britain, one that
God, I can't.
painful one for me to talk about.
Nothing. Sorry.
So it's all good, man. Qualifying saw much of the same as normal. Carty, Reed, Sainty, Meatball, Mamo, 5 of the quickest drivers in the league, locking up the top 5 positions. In terms of the sprint, it was frantic, to be honest, leading to a complete reshuffle for the race outside, with the exception of, well, the top 3 effectively, with Carty still maintaining P1, Meatball moving to P2, and Sainty still in P3, being joined in the top 5 by Laguna and Spread. Reedy being shuffled down to the back of the field for the main race, made another fantastic drive through the field to once again get a podium. Carty for the main race had the race completely unlocked from the start, never really having trouble with any other drivers, and with only a VSC, the race never really got compacted midway through, so it was a relatively clean race from everybody, and not just Reedy, but there we go, found it again. But with Moomin, James Adams, and Taylor all having drives through the fields due to poor sprints, it saw a lot of overtakes in that main race and a lot of clean ones, especially down Hanger Straight. So that's Britain. And then France. Now, there was no Carty for this race, which...
Sorry, everyone. Here, just professional. Not very.
Oh, dear. I knew it was coming, though. That's the worst thing. I knew it was coming.
I love France. So...
Okay. With no Carty, it meant that there was a much more interesting battle up front between Sainty and Meatball, them locking out the front row. For qualifying, Mamo starting in P3. And in the race, again, there was no safety cars and absolutely fantastic duels throughout the field, whether it be between the top 2 or whether it be down 7th through 12th. Close battles through the field, and it showed at the end of the race with Sainty and Meatball. Without that final lap incident, I would have put it down as battle of the season. With Sainty jumping Meatball after safety cars. Well, sorry, other way around. Meatball jumping Sainty because of safety car. Sainty having the fresher tyres was able to get him back. Meatball never let him go, and on the final lap, gap just about close, but it was a sad end to what was a fantastic duel between the two. And Mamo got one of the driver days and Moon got the other. I remember this one. With Mamo getting the driver of the day performance after taking back P3 after a poor lap 1, which saw him actually in P8. And Moomin having to 6th, which was P7 on track, became 6th after the race. Right. I think I've got my composure back. I
I
think
haven't.
that's my.
Your fault.
It's you next, isn't it?
I know.
Right, my. That
Oh.
was.
You're
was
paying
my
attention,
last one,
Ellie. Huh?
You've been unprofessional again. Right. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Go on. Bud.
Hey. Oh, hey. Right. Raid, I saw that. Thank you very much. Right. Round 17 was Singapore. Once again, it was Cassie on pole. Reed and Meatball second, third. Myself qualified P7, which was pretty good. And then Terry end finished 12th. Driver of the day was Guna for his penalty free race in P8, and driver of the day for the driver's vote was Ozers somehow after a Q3, 10th place finish, 9th in the race, which was probably one of his higher finishes of the whole season.
Do you think you're probably not wrong?
No, I'm probably not. What else? Where am I? It was also Mad Ghost's one and only race of the season, and he didn't manage to finish. So that was unfortunate. Bye for these. 1 second. The next race was Mexico, round 18. This was the only race that I didn't take part in as I was on holiday. So I got to enjoy the race from a
One of the
different
better
perspective.
races.
Yeah. Once again, it was Carsey on pole. His 12th pole of the season. With a 1:15.1. Reed and Gonzo one DNF. That was James Adams late on in the race. Driver of the day was James OMG himself. P6. Probably the best race he's ever done.
Got a podium, thank you.
Did you?
Canada.
Yeah. Well, you listen to Ozers.
Well, yeah, come on, Will.
I
Stop,
listen to Ozers. I listen
Well,
to them.
stop being so unprofessional.
Right, shut up. This is my bit. Crack on.
Not
Right,
easy,
crack
is
on.
it?
No. Round 19 was Belgium. What shockingly, once again, Castles on pole. Third race in a row. He also won for the third race in a row. He also got the fastest lap. Mamo and Meatball were joined him on the podium for that one. Gazza was driver of the day, having gained 10 places. And on his debut, Coxey was the driver of the day for the driver's vote, having made up 11 places from 16th to 5th. Moses with an incredible P6 as well.
Wow.
Myself, P12. Shocking.
I didn't even remember getting P6.
Yeah, I must have made an error somewhere. And then the final race was Brazil, my favourite track. No Carsey for this one, so it was Meatbird on pole. But unfortunately, there was a lobby reset and his problem with his Xbox or his game or whatever, and he couldn't reload his setup, so he didn't finish that one. So it was Racing J who won from 9th on the grid. KRF1 Clem and Domar Dimar, I think that's how you say that, were on the podium with him. Both on their debuts. There's also a debut for Super Striker 9 and Flecky. Myself, I had a late disconnection, and it hit me 2 laps in a row for no reason. So I went from 4th to 16th there. But I did get the fastest lap with a 109. Yeah,
Well done.
that was it.
What season?
Excellent.
There we go.
So,
What
and
season?
who? So we know. I think we can all gather that Carsey was the drivers' champion. Who was the constructors' champion?
Carsey again.
Oh, Carsey again.
Alpine,
It's Alpine.
Carsey
Not
and
just
operator.
Carsey. Yeah, operator as well. What a
Carsey and
legend.
operator,
Operator. Congratulations. Without you, Carsey couldn't have done it alone. So you're very much needed there. So well done, my friend. Excellent. Wow. Okay, we're through that. That's yeah.
Did you
when
enjoy this season, Hilly? That's the question. Question.
I did, mate. I did. I had to. I mean, out of all the, I do a lot of leagues, as you know. Well, I did do a lot of leagues. I've cut it down a little bit now for this next season coming up. But out of the leagues that I do, without a doubt, that the standard of racing in WAOF1 is so superior to the other leagues that I do. So PRF1 is probably the only one that comes close. In terms, I'm not talking about speed. I'm not talking about pace and speed and that. Obviously, the guys are very quick, but I mean the side-by-side racing, the ability to actually get through races without 5 safety cars in it.
Don't let Goon hear this.
So, yeah. So yeah, as certainly as comms, I've loved it every minute of it. So yeah, there we go. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, anyway. As well, as long as Wowler have me, I'll stay. And Hoosiers, of course.
Maybe. That we're here for another season.
Yeah, you got me for another season. Yeah, and so you can find somebody
Got a pay rise.
either better or cheaper. No, he denied it. All I wanted was a full curly whirly instead of half of one, and he wouldn't even give me that. And do you know what's worse? The half that he gives me, he licks it first. I mean, you know,
Why is that worse?
yeah. Okay. Right, guys. We move on. Thank you so much for your efforts and all that. I'm actually a little bit blown away when I asked you to do that. What I meant was 5 minutes in total for all 4 of your races, not 5 minutes per race, but you did it very well. I have to say, I was very, very impressed with all of you. Even Carsey, even though he hadn't bothered to turn up, it's even he. I have to say, I was very, very impressed. I loved setting you homework. I really should have been a teacher. I really wanted to be a teacher, but I was too thick, so I wasn't allowed. So awesome job, great guys, thank you. Right, there was a little comment. There was a little comment from Damir about the idea that we should maybe do this a little bit more often. He's ruining one of my surprises. We are going to be doing it more often. So we're not 100% sure just how often yet. I think we kind of settled upon one at the start of the season, which is this one. This one, and yeah, so it's start, middle, and end. We said, didn't we? But obviously, the start and the end one would kind of amalgamate like it is tonight. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do it slightly different. Perhaps a third of the way through, and 2/3 of the way through, and then the end and /start one out of season 1, should we call it? But we'll decide that, and we'll let you guys know anyway. And I don't know, perhaps we can have some different guests in each time or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. But we will be down here, so thanks for the idea. There we go. So we move on for the evening. So, okay. No, you're not running another surprise league racing, don't worry. Right, okay, so let me get rid of that.
You got your bowls
in there. I have got my bowls, but that's not first. Remember, next up.
Oh, James.
For those of you that were paying attention earlier on, you will know that next up is the competition. So, guys, all 4 of you, I need you to have your phones with you, okay? Because you're going to need to. I learned a valuable lesson from doing this elsewhere. This little game. That the best way to do this is if you DM me your answers, okay?
Oh,
So you're going to have to DM me your answers in Discord, and I'll read them out, okay?
For
The reason
goodness
for
sake.
this is otherwise one person says an answer and the other guy just goes one higher.
Jumps on it.
Just
Yeah.
follows it. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I
Do
see.
you see what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, it's to make the game a bit more competitive. I feel. Okay, right. Oozers, because I don't know, just you seem to be the most lovable. Could you
Sorry.
call head or tails, please?
Heads.
Yeah, heads it is. So choose an opponent. Not me. Not me. I'm
We
the
know who that
host.
is, don't we?
I'm the game show host.
Give me well.
You want well? Okay. So
Yes.
are you both ready with the DMs?
I am.
You are. Excellent. So, guys, the game, okay, you are semi-final one, and the game is a game that I played elsewhere, and some out there might recognise it. It's podiums, okay? So, it's I'm going to name a driver, and you are going to message me in Discord to tell me how many podiums you think they had in their career, okay?
Oh, fuck.
There's
Wait,
even...
is this real life or is this in like our league?
It's in real life.
Our real life.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I wasn't
Okay.
going to sit there counting all the podiums. I'm not going to lie to you. I've even stopped counting my own podiums, so I'm not going to count everybody else's. So right.
Oh,
First,
dear.
you may notice a little bit of a pattern here. Okay. Well, you won't notice it until semi-final 2 starts, but here we go.
God.
First one, I just had to include this. So Damon Hill is up first.
Don't know.
But I'm not expecting you to know.
that is.
Just you know. So what did you just say? You don't even know who that is?
I don't.
Oozers.
Okay, I feel confident now.
Oozers. Oozers. He's my uncle. All right. So you know, have some respect, at least.
Where's Reed when you need him?
Well, I hope your uncle was very good at F1.
Damon Hill.
6-world champion.
Oh, was he? Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So the fact that you just found out he's the 1996 world champion, Oozers,
I want to.
you
I want to
probably
check
know that you're wrong.
When he put 0.
So Oozers has answered 1 podium for Damon Hill. Whale has answered 27. Well, neither of you
No
were
idea.
spot on, but I think we all know that Whale has won this point.
13.
It's
It's-
well
That's
more.
a shame.
It's 42 for
Bloody hell.
my uncle Damon.
I was close.
Excellent.
Right, Epic's.
Okay.
Do I win? Do I win?
So, well, you take that point. It's best of every round's best of 3.
yes.
Race
Oh.
against Schumacher.
It's more.
So
Hang
how
on.
can they not know him?
Yeah, he raced against Michael Schumacher. My dad is actually saying to me, he
There you
raced
go,
against
he's
Michael
calling you out.
Schumacher. How can you not know him?
I am new to F1, alright? I'm new to F1. Right?
He's new to F1, he says.
I never got to watch them. So
Okay, fair enough. All right. Second driver then. Italian Stallion.
How many are there?
I told you it's best of 3 in each round.
yeah.
Okay,
God.
okay, sorry.
Right. Okay. Right. This TV host thing, game show host, is getting a. It's a bit more difficult. I really have a new respect for Bradley Walsh right now. Anyway, Giancarlo Fisichella is your
Busy.
second driver. Giancarlo Fisichella.
I don't know. I'm gonna say.
Just
Oh,
for
I need to.
you.
Oh, I know. Who's that? I never heard of him.
Yeah, I haven't. So I've. It's absolute current.
Okay, right, I've got my 2 answers, so we'll go Whale first this time. Whale has answered 24.
Fuck.
Yes.
Oh. I've
So,
lost. GG's.
Oozers.
What have you put?
Oozers has answered 10.
100. 10, okay.
So, who do you reckon's got it then? Corey, who do you reckon's won on that? You reckon who's might have this?
If I remember correctly, Fisichella had 4 wins, so I'd say probably
here we go.
had, because he didn't always have the best card, so I'd say 13.
Okay, you're all pretty close. The answer is 19. So it is 2-0. It is 2-0 to Wales. But look, I'm not gonna lie. I went to the effort of finding the answers out, so we are going to do the third one as well, because I bothered.
Can the third one be worth double points?
What to draw?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'd have to literally look another one up. You'd have to all sit there while I get another one. Right. Okay. The final one, I've gone with a bit of a legend in the final one.
Oh,
one of
fuck.
the greatest
Jesus.
drivers of all times who have never won the World Championship. But a legend,
Charles Leclerc.
Rubens Barrichello.
Oh, split. You know,
Ruby.
Okay. I don't know. I think it's more than that.
Okay.
More
Today,
how
though.
much?
Waiting for you, users. Waiting for you.
Oh, I think it's more.
But I know that he's got at least one because he finished like second with Michael Schumacher. But
Users. I'll give you a clue, right? I am not going to use drivers that have never got a podium because they won't be on the list of podium drivers.
it could be a trick question, though. It could be a trick question.
Come on. Hurry up and
okay.
message me. Come on.
There you go.
Thank you.
boys,
You two are very close.
I panicked. I panicked.
Right, Oozers has messaged me with 36 podiums for Rubens Barrichello. Whale has messaged me with 40 podiums for Rubens Barrichello. If you have added your two answers together, you'd been a lot closer. 68 podiums for Rubens Barrichello.
How come these dons have so much podiums and I've never heard of them? Like,
Rubens Barrichello, until recently,
I've heard of
Rubens
Barrichello.
Barrichello had the most race starts until recently. So, there we go. Now it's Fernando Alonso, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Took him.
well, just-
Right. Well, it's definitely into the final. He's absolutely trounced him.
I think
So-
that was an unfair quiz.
It's not my fault. You've never heard of anybody. I mean, literally, you're Scottish and you've never heard of Billy Connolly. I mean,
How much podiums did he get?
Oh, come on.
No, that one was actually a joke.
no.
I know that he isn't an F1 driver.
No, he's a footballer.
well done, mate. Yeah. Right, okay.
God.
Right, on to semi-final number 2 then, which is Corey, who sounds like he's maybe a little bit knowledgeable, against
James, but you're finished.
against Hamef. So,
Hameth.
Hamef.
in the mud.
The last inter-team battle.
So let's just get this right. Hamef. Okay.
Hamas.
Hamef. You literally sound like a pig with a serious drug addiction. Hamef. Unbelievable. Right. Okay. Losing all his teeth and everything. Right. Okay. Semi-final number 2. Then your first driver. You're gonna notice the the little I've forgotten what the word is now. Like little,
Correlation.
yeah, like you're going to notice what I've done. So your first driver, their first driver, if you remember, was Damon Hill. Your first driver is Graham Hill.
Right.
Oh,
If you realise I'm Hilly, you see, my surname is Hill. My actual name is Craig Hill. So that's
All right. So
have
what
no
was the
idea.
correlation with the bloody Physicella then? Like what?
Well,
what was
you'll find that out on the next one,
Oh,
won't you?
okay. Oh, sorry, hand up that to me. Hand up.
Lord, give me strength.
James, just put one.
One's a complete guess.
So, Oozers, just for you, Graham Hill was Damon Hill's dad,
I've-
and he's also a world champion. Okay.
Can I
So-
can I guess how much podiums he
I'll
has
let
left?
you guess in a moment. All right. So Hameth has said 24. Corey, oh, are you joking? You both said 24.
Interesting.
Well, it's not going to be. It is going to be interesting if we end up with a draw. Right. Okay. And I've just got this feeling
was
that if
the-
I tell you to message me with a different number, you'll both give me 25. So I just we'll go with it. Oozers, how many did you think?
To 25.
What? I didn't understand that. What?
25.
25. Okay. So Graham Hill had 36 podiums.
Oh,
Otis wins.
Oozers wins the point there. Right. Okay, that's a draw, that one. I'm going to be in trouble in a minute when this ends up as a draw. Okay, I think you're going to find the next two significantly harder. I'm not going to lie to you.
Right.
Okay, right, so the second correlation then. The first semi-finals second driver was Giancarlo Fisichella. The second driver in semi-2 is Giuseppe Farlina.
Never heard.
ooh.
No, I pass.
Italians. They're Italians. I'll be
I know him.
absolutely honest with you. I never check their nationality. I just assume that he's called Giuseppe, so he's Italian.
But I know an era.
Yeah, he is Italian.
That's good.
He
That's
was
good.
the first world champion.
Was he?
Right.
Ah.
Yes,
I
he was
thought
the very first.
was.
I told you
was
Corey was knowledgeable, didn't I?
No.
Yeah. Corey is knowledgeable.
Fangio was the second.
Right,
Ah.
so
Not as in.
in a way,
Yeah.
what? Who's? Oh, Hamaf has come through.
There we go.
Corey. I'll read Corey's out first this time. Corey says 15. And James, or Hameth, says 33. So that's quite an 18 difference
Jesus.
between you. We've separated you. Giuseppe Farlina had 20 podiums in his
Just in
career.
there.
So that point goes to Corey. Well done, Corey, but the pressure's on you to make sure you
Didn't
win
have
the
long
next one now.
championships back then, did they?
Not as long, no. Which brings us to our final one, who I've just gone with the third final one being a legend, by the way. So this is a legend of the sport. Off the top of my head, 5-time world champion Juan Manuel Fangio is your final driver. Juan Manuel Fangio. You mentioned him a minute ago, but how many podiums has he had? Evening, Strady. Sorry, guys, I'm missing a lot of the chat because I've got my phone on a Discord waiting for their answers instead of the stream. But, yeah.
Don't know if I've gone too ballsy or what we're doing there.
Right, so I've got one from Hamef. I've got one
There you
from
go.
Corey. And,
He's just googling it.
No.
right, Hamef.
Good. My internet will crash.
Hamef says a very ballsy 90. Corey,
90.
yeah, 90. 5-time world champion. Remember?
9-0.
Yes.
Yes, but
No chance.
Corey says 35.
Oh, Christ.
So the answer is the guy that Googled it, because the answer is 35.
No way.
So he's
back
spot
then-
on.
I will say, for those first 10 years, there were only like 6 races a year.
Yeah,
So I knew it couldn't be much more than that.
that's right. Yeah, he might have had more. He missed a year, so he might have had more.
Sorry,
but he only actually raced for 7
six races
seasons,
a
I
year?
believe it was. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was very hardly any races at all, and he only raced for, like, as I say, I think it was 7 seasons. He was involved in 8, I think, but in one of them he was injured for the whole season. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was. He didn't have many. So
Also,
Yeah.
back then, you could share a car with your teammate as well.
yeah,
What?
that's yeah.
Shit.
Famous story on that one, actually, for one of his last championships. Sterling Moss actually gave him his car so he could win the championship ahead of
Wow.
Yeah, because that's how the contract was.
Yeah.
You had to do it.
Wow. Okay. That is a good story. Thank you. I remember back when I first started racing, they used to have a third car.
Yeah.
That was always set up to the number one driver. Yeah. So there we go. Anyway, yeah, we move on to the final. So congratulations to Corey and Whale. They will meet in the final. I'm not doing a third place playoff. This is going on long enough as it is. So we're not going to do a third place playoff. Right, so
I also think it's pretty clear that I was going to lose that anyway. So
yeah, I think you're probably right. So yeah, okay, we head to the final for the Admin Cup, the Admin Podium Cup, as I've just called it. So what you must be thinking now, you guys, is hang on. He's had Damon Hill. He's had Graham Hill. So what can he
there's one more
possibly
hill, bring
do
it on.
next?
there surely is another hill.
There is another hill, guys. There is. His name, believe it or not, is Phil. So it's Phil Hill.
Oh,
Phil Hill.
What?
Yes,
Phil Hill.
Phil Hill. How many podiums?
Yeah, you're actually just making up these.
No idea.
How many
1960
podiums did
world
Phil
champion.
Hill?
No, he's not, Corey. Stop that. Phil Hill.
That's
Oh my
it.
god, he was. I'm coming off.
Where's Hilly? Here he is.
Come on, get the messages through,
Hey,
guys.
Don't know.
He's American.
Never heard of this guy.
Right, that's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's go Corey first. Corey says 22.
Oh.
Whale says 20. Very, very close. Phil Hill, the lesser of the
21.
hills, had 16 podiums.
Yeah.
So Whale takes the point. Excellent.
Corey, don't you dare
Down
lose
to the
to
wire.
Will. Don't you dare lose to Will.
Um,
it?
so we head on to our second driver of the final, which means it must be an Italian. And so Italian I always used to watch driving. I used to enjoy watching driving. And it is Jarno Trulli.
He was around for a while, wasn't he?
He was around for a while. He's a brilliant driver. Brilliant driver.
Yeah.
Used to, he was in the points pretty much every week.
Shut up, Odin.
Just,
I reckon it's less than 20. I don't know.
right. Okay, I've got Wales.
Yeah, so
Oh, sorry, and yeah, I've got Corey's as well. Sorry, it just went a bit weird. Hang on.
If I win this, do I win?
yes.
Yeah, if you win this, you win. Right, okay. Whale has said 15.
Come on.
Corey has said 15. You have both gone 15. You're both extremely close. Jarno Trulli scored 11 podiums in his career, so you're both very close for that one.
Fuming.
But it is a draw, that one. So Corey just about hangs on. If Corey wins this last one, I'm going to have to ask you a deciding question, which... Yeah, I'll have to quickly find one. Right.
Charles.
No, God, I wouldn't include him in anything I ever do. Right, okay. The final driver is a legend, and who is more legendary in F1 than Schumacher? So, how many podiums did Ralf Schumacher have in his career?
Wait, sorry.
I thought Michael would be too obvious, so Ralf
There was
Schumacher.
never shoot.
Yes.
Don't piss me off. Sorry. Yeah.
There's far too much holes in like Schumachers and just.
Then
So I've got Corey's and I've got Wales. Oh, you're very close again, both of you. Whale says 30. Corey says 26. Ralf Schumacher had 27
No.
podiums.
yes.
So Corey takes the points on the last one, which means I've got to find another one for a decider because I was not expecting this. Right, okay. Luckily, I never ever got rid of the list, so it's still there. So I am just going to go up and down with my eyes closed and see where I land on the list. Who am I looking? Oh God, who's that?
Charles.
Right, okay.
Charles.
It's definitely not Charles.
Damn it.
Right, another legend. It's got to be said, is another legend of Formula One, and another father of another driver, actually. So it's Gilles Villeneuve.
I know him.
You know him? How can you know him but not know Damon Hill?
I don't-
That's
Well,
weird.
because he's named after Canada, as you know, after the
No, he's not named
The
after.
circuit's named after him.
Yeah. He's not named after Canada.
Oh, I feel.
That's what.
Oh.
That's why.
But no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Then
So,
instead.
hang on, I've lost
I want to
him.
win.
I've lost him.
There you
So
go.
where is he?
Let me
There he
win.
is. Right, so, right, okay. Have you both got your answers through?
Yep.
You have, okay. Corey says 30 podiums for Gilles Villeneuve. Wales says 18 podiums for Gilles Villeneuve. So quite a difference, a 12 difference between you. And the answer to the final question, Gilles Villeneuve had 13 podiums was Gilles Villeneuve. So our winner is Whale takes the admin podium cup.
Wow.
Well done,
I thought he
Whale.
had more than that.
Come on.
Yeah, clearly you thought you had 30, but no, it was 13. You misheard. You misheard. See, when you asked Alexa how many podiums did Gilles Villeneuve say?
You
But,
think
there we
I'm
go.
rich enough to have an Alexa?
There we are.
I got one.
How 1997 world champion. That was Jacques Villeneuve, Reed. That was Jacques. That was his son.
Come on, Ray.
Oh wait, no, the
Right.
track's named after his son, is it not?
No, yeah.
No, Gilles
No,
Villeneuve.
the track's named after the Jill.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gilles Villeneuve circuit.
Winner.
Okay, that's our game. That's our show. Did you enjoy yourselves?
Loved it.
Loved it.
Yeah.
No, of
I
course
had
you did.
I lost a
Come on.
pain.
Right,
But let's be honest,
I
right.
don't think we've got time for the draw, have we? Right.
Right, we are heading on to the draw now, guys. So for
It's
all of
always
you that
next
are
week.
actually still awake,
Yeah.
right.
Anybody out there?
Yeah, there's still people out there. Believe it or not, we didn't lose too many and all that. Only a few. So please give them hard ones. Sorry, I'm just catching up with some of the messages. Thanks, Reed. Thank you. They didn't actually know about that. That was something I added myself. I ruined the surprise
Yeah,
at
I
the start, but they didn't
would have
actually know
done
about
my research on all the different hills had I known that it was going to be
that. Right. Okay. So here we go then. We're at the draw then. Right, guys. I'm gonna have to show you because I can't have myself and the bowls in the screen, so I'm just going to show you quickly the bowls. Okay, so the bowls are down to my right hand side. As you can see, they are my bowls, and there are 5 bowls. There's a bigger bowl, which I put on the left because the bigger one's always on the left, and that holds the teams, and the other 4 bowls are the drivers. Okay, the one to the right of the teams is Group 1. Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. Okay. Should I tell? I don't know. Did you put the thing out there so people know what groups they're in? Well,
Nope.
you didn't. Okay, lovely. That might have been something to do. Okay. Well, look. Group 1.
Makes it more
Okay.
interesting.
Group 1. Basically, what we did is Whale put you guys in the groups that he felt you were in on your pace. Okay. So then he said to the rest of us admins, do you think I've got that right? We all said no, but we went with it anyway. So there we go. So in Group 1, so these are the guys that we consider to be the fastest in the league. So, you know,
Who's this?
bear in mind, guys, please do bear in mind that this is done on your pace on F1-22, not 23, because we don't know your pace on F23 yet. So that's it. So anyway, in Group 1 was Carsey, Reed, Sainty, Meatburl, and Mamo. Group 2 is Spreader, Mackenzie, Moomin, Oh My God, it's Rexels or Rules or whatever, however you say that, and Whale himself. See, that's why he's in Group 2 and not 3 or 4, because he did it. Okay, and this is a moment where you find out that somebody possibly thought about a joke that they were going to do tonight way in advance. So in Group 3, CRC Victory, James Adams, Coxey, Corey, and Druggy Pig.
Hey.
And Group 5, therefore, is Dorian.
5?
Sorry, Group 4. Group 4.
Dorian's in Group 5 on his own.
Yeah, sorry, Dorian. We needed a group of your own.
Poor
What a poor. Sorry about that. Group 4 is Dorian, Baz the Ninja, Operator, Damir, and the legendary Oozers. So,
Group 6.
he is a reserve now. Where Racing J? Racing J's dropped to reserve. Thank you, Damir. I've always been proud of my bowls and always keep them polished when I can. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So that's
Are
up to date.
you going to show it up to the camera? Is that what you're going to do? Or,
Yeah, so I'm going to pick one and show it up to the camera. So, guys, 3 of the drivers that were allowed to have picked their teams. Okay, so I can't. Who were it was 5 drivers was allowed, but 2 turned it down. Is that right?
No.
No.
No, it was.
Have I just made that up?
It's just the top 3.
Yeah.
It's just what?
Just the top 3 from last season.
Oh, right. Okay, it's just the top 3. So, Carsey, Reed, and Whale, therefore, were allowed to pick their teams. So, Carsey has picked Ferrari, Reed picked Red Bull, and Whale picked Aston. So, there we go. So, we're going to start by picking Carsey's teammate. Okay, so that will be first. And,
Write it down. Give me a second.
No, well, let's find out. I've got the pen and paper ready.
Luckily, Oozers was
Or You
prepared.
can do it as well if you want, but
But I'm putting all the names on a chopping board and then I'm going to take a photo of it at the end. But Oozer's still writing down just in case I blow off or anything and it all goes all over the place. Did I just say blow off on air? Right. Okay, Group 4. So a Group 4 driver will be partnering Carsey for the season. Will it be Operator again? It should be, really, shouldn't it? They're champions. They should be together. So, here we go. It is... probably should read it. It's Baz the Ninja. Oh, hang on. That's the camera up there. Baz the Ninja. I printed the names. They're actually laminated. You may not be able to see.
Laminated as well.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I know, right?
Right.
So there we go.
No expense spared.
So that's Carsey's teammate. So that's
Okay,
Ferrari.
okay.
Carsey and Baz the Ninja.
Good team.
That's tough to be.
Also to read, it's going to be better though. Watch this.
If this next one's Dorian, I'm getting 80 quid, by the way. Come on in.
So Reed teammate will be next. So here we go. It's bowl 4 again. So bowl 4. We have 4 drivers remaining in this bowl. And
Thank you, Dorian. Turn it down.
here we go. It is the Operator.
Oh.
Operator.
Ooh.
Oh, hang on. Let me get it in front of the camera. There we go. Operator will be Reed's
lost me 80
teammate.
quid.
So Reed has got a champion
Nice.
driving alongside him.
Reed sacked me off. Fair enough.
Right, so Whale was a Group 2 driver, so his teammate needs to come out of pot 3. So,
Yep.
pot 3.
Spot on.
I have
Here we
pot
go.
3
Yeah,
here.
thank you.
Who are you calling a junkie? Mr.
Oh,
Junkie
not
Pig.
Junkie, Corey.
Come on.
Right,
Let me
okay,
down.
anyway, put it right the way up there. Here we go.
I'm calling James Adams.
I'm scared.
So it is TRC victory.
Ooh.
That's the only
Right.
victory Wells going to see this season.
Brilliant.
Sorry, I just need a bit of drink after that one. Oh, that was off the cuff. I quite like that one. I hadn't had that one planned.
I love it.
Right, okay. So now we need a team. So that's the big bowl.
Who
That's
is
me.
now
That's me left bowl. So
then? Oh,
the next team out is one of the greatest teams of all time, Williams F1.
ooh.
Oh, what is this?
Right, okay. So
What ball are you going to?
it will be
Two?
Group 1. So Group 1, no, we'll finish Group 1 and Group 4, and then we'll do 2 and 3. Okay. So, so Group 1, just the 3 drivers left. So I'll give it a little, and then put it above your head like that and draw it. So those of you that were hoping for the wheel, unfortunately, because we did it in groups, we couldn't get it to work. So
My fault.
again, that's Wells' fault. That one.
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay. The next driver out and driving for Williams this season is Meat Burrell.
Well, okay.
And his teammate for the season will come from Bowl 4.
Please don't put me in the double A battery, please.
Please do.
You realise shaking
I don't, please.
shaking these balls about and doing this draw. I said balls that time. I messed it up. It's bowls. Sorry, bowls. Shaking these bowls about this and doing this draw is literally the most exercise I get all year. So about twice a year now, hopefully. So here we go. Right, teammating Meat Burrell in the Williams is Dorian. Hang on,
He's
is
in
that
the
upside
Willy
down?
again.
That's
No
upside
way.
down, isn't it? Dorian.
He's in the Willy.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh, this
yeah,
is
Willy.
exciting, man. This is unreal. I love this.
That's a good team, to be fair. as well.
Welcome aboard, operator, says Reed. It's good to
Yeah,
have
that's
one. Good to have one champion in the team.
That's what John Stream was like. Yes, it's Mary
Does that-
Oh, hang on. What am I doing? That's
Does
not how I
that
do
not
it.
mean? Oh wait, no, never mind. I done my maths wrong. I thought that meant that we had one person left from Group 1 and one left from Group 4, but we don't.
No.
Yes, two.
No.
That's right. Ignore me.
Right, okay. After that interlude from Oozers, the next team out
thanks for
You're
is
welcome anytime.
Alfa Romeo.
You just know
Bit
I'm
of
getting
Bottas.
this. Can't wait.
Just to say, you actually all should be writing this down, not just Oozers, because we're
I'm
gonna
writing
be-
it down, thank
if you remember, afterwards we're going to be talking about it and doing predictions and stuff. So it'd be good for you to actually know.
Phone's dying.
You know.
That's the point,
I'm
actually.
writing it down. I'll send you it after. Don't worry.
Yeah, send it to us.
Ah,
Yeah.
thanks, Well.
Thank you.
Send you a wrong
I'm
one,
good
just so you've no idea what you're
Oozers,
talking about.
Oozers wouldn't have sent it to you because he'd have rather seen you suffer. So here we go. So the Group
Same
1
to
driver driving for Alfa Romeo is my mucker, Sainty. Where is he? Hang
Oh,
on.
Please,
Where's the camera?
please give it to me.
Sainty.
And all Scott team in the Alpha Romeo.
Oh, it could
Give
be,
it to
couldn't
me.
it? An all Scott team. What's Alfa Romeo? Is that Italian? I don't know.
Yes, yeah.
Scots in Italian cars. It just doesn't sound right.
Who else is in Group 4?
It's Group 4.
Damn it.
Or it's me or Damir.
So, partnering Sainty for the forthcoming season is Oozers.
Back in the Alpha.
That felt like a bit of an anticlimax.
Same car.
Oozers, come on.
That's fine because the Alpha Romeo is sexy.
That is
That's gonna
oh,
be sexy. I
Yeah,
can't
nice.
wait. But it all Scott lineup. Oh, let's fucking do it.
stinking.
Obviously,
that is.
What do you mean?
League Racing, it's obviously very hard to say that. So League Racing is asking Whale how long he's likely to be on the list of reserves, but it's obviously very difficult to say that, to be fair.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So,
At least
Could
for
be.
another week. There you go.
definitely another week. Yeah, you got that one. Right, the next team is the Silver Arrows. It's Mercedes.
So that's
They're
Lando.
more sort of black this year, anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
and that means, so I won't hold us about, it's obviously taking a long time. So, Mamo, because he's the only one left in the pot, so hang on, Mamo. Go. So that's, look, the bowl's done. That's that bowl. Good bowl. And the final one in Group 4, look, nothing else coming out, see, is Damir. Oh, and happy anniversary, Damir. Thank you for watching me on your anniversary rather than spending time with your wife. That is very, very good of you. I hope you got your wife watching as well, because I saw a picture of you both on Facebook earlier on, and how fabulous you looked, both of you. So, congratulations in a way. What a marvellous job she's doing putting up with you.
All that coffee.
Yeah, all that coffee. He's he is actually a legend. I love our Damir. He's brilliant. And thank you very much, Damir, by the way, for doing that Football Manager thing for us. That was
Oh yes.
that was
Back
excellent.
class.
I have to say that was absolutely brilliant.
I didn't like it 'cause I was stuck at Man United for too long.
Because you stink.
See?
So
Man
our
United
next team is the other Alpha. It's Alpha Tauri.
Well, give me an AlphaTauri.
Please, not me.
You don't like Alpha Tauri?
I'm already in it on another league. I don't want to be in it again.
It looks good on the game though, the Alpha Tauri, I think.
It does.
It looks better than it does
I
in real
want
life,
it.
anyway.
I want something other than the Red Bull engine, though.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Right, so the first driver, which is coming out of Group 2, is... Oh my god! It's
Who is it?
Rolls.
Rolex.
Rolls, Rexels, Roxels, Raxels.
Rolex, mate.
Yeah.
It's not Rolex.
Rolex.
It is Rolex.
How is it Rolex? It's
Rolex,
RX
There's an
LES.
RX.
We've
Yeah,
had
that's
this
all you
argument with
Yeah.
him. You won't listen.
It is Rolex.
Never in a million years on commentary am I saying that. It's not Rolex. I don't mind making myself look
And?
stupid, but not that stupid. Right. So, at the third group, then, we have partnering, oh my god, it's Rexels, is Druggy Pig.
Druggy pig.
Druggy Pig. Or as anybody
Wait,
else
what am I
knows him,
AlphaTauri.
Hammer.
Oh, I love
Yes.
that. Aren't you? Love that.
that's a good Druggy Pig.
Rocky.
Rocky Pig. Oh, what the hell?
What? We've actually got druggy drink. Oh, mate.
Oh. Yeah, I put him on. Yeah, I laminated him. Druggy Pig. Laminated Druggy Pig. Right. Next car out is
dear.
my favourite team, McLaren.
Alpine. Oh.
Move in.
Why would my favourite team be Alpine? Do I sound French?
I don't know. You might like the French though. I don't.
I like baguettes.
This has got food mineral over it.
In fact, I had a massive breakfast with baguette earlier on. So big, I couldn't eat dinner, so I didn't bother with dinner. Right, okay, so Group 2. If we get to the end of this and I'm a driver short, I'm just... I give up. Right. Okay. The first McLaren driver is Spreader, the Brummie himself.
Leg.
And bowl 3. Right, both. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is a good team. Partner in Spreader is Coxie.
Ooh.
Spread gets all the luck, doesn't he? Jammy bastard. Right, okay. 2 teams remain. I hope. So the next team out is the mighty Haas.
This has Corey's name written all over it as well.
It does, doesn't it?
Give me my car.
So, Group 2. I can see there's 2 drivers left in here, so that's a good sign. So, out of Group 2, the final... Well, not the final driver. I was about to say the final driver. It's not the final driver, but it's the final one I'm going to be picking, effectively. Because
Corey, I reckon.
it is Moomin!
There we go.
Moomin!
Is this for Hash? Yeah, sorry.
Yes, it's for Haas, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Were you slightly worried that you fell asleep there or something? And missed me drawing Haas?
Yeah, I was just in my own wee little world there.
Right, next out, to partner Moomin, it's another good team, you know. So partner Moomin, it is James Adams. Tell you
Solid,
what.
that's consistent.
Good team.
Yeah, that is. Got the pace of James Adams and the consistent spinning of Moomin. It's should be good. Which can only mean, I don't know why I'm doing that again and putting it above my head because there's only one left. Right, okay. Which means that the Frenchies are up as last. And they've been drinking all the champagne and eating the baguettes. And anybody else want to weigh in with a better French accent than that?
Yeah.
C'est du pape. Right, and so coming out here is Mackenzie. Mackenzie,
Again,
I wanna be
Thank you,
her.
sir.
Right,
that for Thursdays as
Me and
well.
Taylor then. Alright.
and that means that out of this bowl, the last one. Well, we know who it is. It's Corey, which is another good team.
Yeah, no.
Not as good as
There isn't
Corey's
a bad
Thursday
team,
team.
to be
but
honest.
it's-
Let's be honest.
Well, I don't know. Yours ain't that
I'll
good,
be-
is it?
Wear a Rolex, mate. You leave me alone.
Right, so that's the draw. That was fun.
Spicy.
Who stands out then, guys? Come on, let's discuss. So the next part is a bit of a discussion about the teams, who we think stands out, who we think might be early favourites, or whose favourites for the wooden spoon, maybe. So,
Got to be me, isn't it?
I think there's lots of even teams, to be honest. That's why we've done it like that, hasn't it?
well, it is. That was the point
Casting
of
and
how
Bass
we did
stand
it.
out.
I was about to say, I still think, even though the teams are a lot more even this year, I still think that Carsey and Baz could be well, they are at least my personal favourites for the constructor.
Yeah, I mean, if Carsey continues to dominate the way he has done so far, it's, Baz is
Orion.
perfectly capable of scoring decent points. So
Orion's on a come up. He is on a come up, so him paired with Meatball is
I need to be able to qualify
spicy
first.
as well. Yeah.
Once I figure out qualifying, I'll be alright.
yeah,
So
so
there's-
should we have a look through the teams then? So Ferrari is Carsey and Baz the Ninja. So are we suggesting probably title contenders for them? Do we all agree on that?
Yes.
I would.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just making you still there.
Yeah, I mean,
He's on time trial, mate.
Excellent. if you're playing a game, you're in trouble. I'm telling you. Okay, I want your full and undivided attention, or we're over. Right. Okay. Next up is Red Bull. So Reed and Operator. Well, Reed has got himself a champion alongside him. I think for them, a lot of it is going to depend on Reed in the sense of consistency. We know he's got the pace. We know how fast he is. You know, it's going to be consistency and not resetting to track. So what do you guys? Can they challenge Carsey and Baz? Do you think?
Well, being an ex-teammate of Reed's, I know he is prone to a bottle. So,
kind
so
words.
I am going to say no.
Okay. Oh, just an outright no. You just don't think it can
Bring me
happen.
off, so.
Okay. Oh, because he bid you off.
Just out of spite for Reed kicking me off. the
Poor
team, so.
Reedy.
Fair enough. Well, you can't blame him.
He'll
Okay.
definitely be up there.
What about Aston then? Is Mr. Whale and Mr. Victory?
It's a fairly new partnership, and you've raced with them a few times, well.
Yeah.
Not really, no. I think
I was about to say, I don't really know Victory's pace, so I
don't know entirely. I would say he's the faster of the two. But
easy.
that's no slides on you. Well, I'm taking in a little bit of knowledge about the pace wise on F1-23, and like myself, you've fully admitted yourself that you're struggling a little bit on the new game. I think at the moment I would say that Victory on outright pace probably has that, but
Although
I don't think
he's also rubbish on this game.
but yeah, I at this.
I know.
Obviously, because it's a new game, a lot could change throughout the season, and I wouldn't be massively surprised if this is one of those. I think right now, honestly, I think you guys are contenders for the wooden spoon. But
You bastard.
I wouldn't. But in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if that changes, though. So yeah.
Mission bottom.
Oh yeah, wooden spoon's finishing
Is
last. Yeah.
Ah.
Reed said that's so 80s wooden spoon. Is wooden spoon 80s? I didn't realise it had gone away anywhere. I thought everybody still had a wooden spoon. I seem to remember people.
What's the wooden spoon?
You give the wooden spoon to the last place in a race,
I know.
or in a whatever.
I know.
And a wooden spoon is something you use to pick up. Well, whatever it is you want to pick up. Yeah, food probably. So. Or if you're a mother, you might use it to beat your kids. Sorry. I don't know where that came from.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Suddenly went a bit evil. Right. Okay. God, it's 9 o'clock.
Is it?
Right, yeah. We've been chatting away. Good night, Dad. Right, okay, so what was we doing? Oh, yeah.
We're going for
Next, Williams, Meatbro, and Dorian.
That's going to be a
They'll be
decent
challenging.
team.
They'll be challenging. If Nick Brawl stays for the whole term, which I don't know what his commitment are for the season, and
So a potential.
is he studying or something, or
Should be.
I don't remember why, because I do remember that he had to drop down for a bit,
Yeah.
and then. But I don't remember why. But from the best of my knowledge, he can fully commit this season.
Cool. If that's the
I've raced
case,
with Dorian
and
quite a few times on this new game, and he's Dorian's on it. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So we think those are title contenders. Feel free to put in the chat, guys, what you maybe think as well. So what's that? Beating from your ma with a wooden spoon, 80s. I meant, well, yeah. Yeah, Reed, exactly. He knows what I'm on about, see. But luckily I was a 90s child, I missed it. Right, so Alfa Romeo, Senti and Oozers. Okay, I'm just going to say this. They are title challengers.
Dream team.
Yeah.
That is the absolute dream team.
If Senti
Bottle
is...
written all over
What?
it, I'm going to be honest with you.
Right,
If-
listen
if-
here, you jockey pig.
If Sainty commits and turns up every race like he used to in the RC, then yeah, I think that's a potential title-winning team. Oozers, to anybody that doesn't know already, but Oozers seems to have found about a second of pace a lap on this new game, so he's not the only one either. So yeah,
I will say it as thought earlier. In equal cars, I outqualified Will by half a second. Just for now.
yeah. But well won the race though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he did, but
Just to make sure all of that's out there. But yeah, but that gives you an idea then, guys,
Hence
doesn't it?
the
So
bottle comment.
yeah. Right, okay. Mamo and Damir. So, well, I said Oozers isn't the only one. Damir is another one who's found a lot of
found
pace
time,
from what I've
yeah.
seen. His Bahrain TT stuck out. Was actually ahead of me until yesterday. I got ahead of him yesterday, but only by 2/10, I think. So
what's his TT?
20. Oh, I can't remember which 20. Is it 28.2 or 29.2? I can't remember. I think I think I'm 29.0, so I think he was 29.2. If that makes sense.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was about to say I really hope that it was not a 28.2 because then he was going to be a second faster than me.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't remember what the right set, because last season it would have been lower than that. So at Bahrain, so I was just a little lost on what it should have been. Yeah, so I think potentially could be title contenders, those two.
Ammo's looking good.
Yeah, definitely. Alpha Tauri is oh my god, it's Rexels and Druggy Pig. So
It's kind of
it's
meant to
relaxed.
be, really, wasn't it? Because I was jamming OMG, wasn't I? So it's kind of meant to be, really.
yeah,
OMG. So should have changed my name. Should have changed my name.
not to Druggy Pig anyway. What a silly name that was.
Can you just clarify what Druggy Pig? I don't understand. I'm
Oh, right, so it's because of my joke earlier on that ham F. So ham,
Ham.
so pig,
Meth. Right.
right? So
okay,
pig,
Yeah.
right? Meth, you know, the drug that makes you lose all your teeth.
Yeah.
So druggy, are you getting it now? So
Yeah. Ham
yeah,
meth, yeah.
yeah, are we getting it? Oh my goodness me! Everybody else
Lovely,
did get that
challenge.
right
I'm gonna be honest.
because you're all laughing.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry.
Thank you. Phew. Thank God for that. Right. Anyway, yeah, I think they are mid-table.
Same again.
Potentially could be wooden spoon contenders.
Come on.
I'm not sure. It's one of those situations. I'm not sure because I know James's pace isn't bad. I don't know about. Oh my God, it's Rexels.
I don't know much about OMG either, to be honest with you.
No, so I don't know. But I've got a feeling it could be a middle of the pack sort of thing scenario. Okay, McLaren. So Spreader and Coxey.
Nice.
Personally, I think
don't
the-
call his pace
Third.
much.
Yeah. That's what I'm calling top three.
Top three. Wow. Okay. That's I think potentially we know what Spreader is like. He is Mr. Consistent. I can't see him winning races in this division. No offense to Spreader, but the fastest guys in the division are just that.
Yeah.
You know, he couldn't be.
You look at this, 5 drivers quicker than him in my eyes. But
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think any of them are more consistent than him. Carsey's very consistent, obviously, but yeah. So I think as long as he does that, he will finish
There'll be
above
chances.
them. So and he'd get
I wouldn't
loads
be
of
surprised to
podiums,
see
I'm
him
sure.
go win.
So we'll see. But yeah, and Coxey so far in pre-season, I've seen him a couple of times, and he's looking pretty good. So Yeah,
He's found a lot of pace this season.
yeah.
Team out on Thursdays, and he's no,
Okay,
yeah, nothing
fair
like
enough. Thank you, Nigel. That was a follow, by the way. I don't know if you could hear that.
that.
In my ear, that was like...
Nigel.
That was weird.
Big up Nigel.
Nigel.
Good old Nigel.
I don't know where my brother...
There it
My
is.
brother was supposed to be watching tonight. Doug, you still out there? Are you out there with your cat? You were supposed to be watching with the cat. Yeah. Anyway, Haas. Oh, another follow. Thank you, League Racing. Very kind. Haas, Moomin, and James Adams. Another good team.
Very good.
But my only worry for Moomin is that towards the end of last season, he seemed to have dropped down to sort of about 9th or 10th pace-wise. Which, well, maybe that's a bit
It's
extreme.
also
Maybe not
going
quite
manual
that far,
and
but
traction as
maybe
well.
somewhere between sort of 6th to 10th. So, which is probably roughly where James is likely to be as well. So,
But both me and him are doing no traction and manual gears.
okay.
Taking a step on that, so I would expect him to be similar to me, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
and then James Adams probably
Well,
some sort of place really, I guess.
You and James couldn't separate you last season.
Yeah.
You were constantly next to each other on track. So,
It's,
um,
it's a very tight
got
field,
old.
in my opinion. So,
yeah. Okay. Moomin says he got old. I don't know whether he means that's why he slowed down a bit, or whether he just means he's gotten old while watching the stream. I don't know.
you got this, Moomin. Don't worry, mate.
I
Okay.
got old.
Right, so Alpine. The Frenches are Mackenzie and Corey. So,
Yep.
again, you got another Mr. Consistent in the team with Corey. Mackenzie, a complete opposite, actually, Mackenzie. He's very quick, but is prone to a little
Those
spin here and there.
races, Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's one of those
I
things
think
we
they could be
both,
higher midfield.
So you're sort of
I
fourth,
think both would have to
fifth.
find something this season.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like I've got to find qualifying pace. That's the big thing I've got to find. And then
Same.
for Taylor, it's consistency. I think if we find that, then I think we're all right. But we both got to find it.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah, I think Oozes is right. I think, you
5th to 10th is going to be hard on constructors.
yeah. I have to say, yeah, I probably there's probably about 3 teams there that I'd pick out as potential title contenders, and then the other 7, I wouldn't like to separate any of you, to be honest. I think you could all be battling with each other for that wooden spoon. So, you know, it's is it better to get the wooden spoon for coming last or to come fourth? At least you get a wooden spoon
Yeah.
if you're last. Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, I think multiple title contenders. I think going into the season, I think Carsey and Baz have to be favourites. But yeah, James, you can write out some odds for us. Put them in the
Oh,
Discord. Yeah, write some odds. Take it. We'll start a book.
I'll take bets
That's it.
and bribes.
Right, okay, that's our little section of predictions and unless anybody got anything else they want to add at all?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
I'm all good.
No, all good. Everybody's all good. Well,
No.
stop playing time trial.
You definitely should get a teacher, Hilly. It's like when that teacher goes, anything else? Or like on a training course or something. Everyone goes, I want to go home. Like, stop talking. And you would get one person go, yeah, I've got this question. No, it's all good, mate.
Right, so final section then. It is going to be a very short section, guys. So please stay with us. League Racer is saying, make it to 2 hours. Come on. So 20 minutes to go. Yeah, no. I hope this. Well, we really shouldn't. I'm just gonna sit back because my back's starting to ache. So anyway, right. The final section. Oozers.
Yep.
Just want you to sort of clarify any new rules, any other rules that you want to sort of remind people, like don't reset to track, as well. So yeah, so rules. Obviously, for starters, everybody read them instead of just saying that you've read them.
That would be good, yeah. Because
In all
doesn't
fairness,
help when-
seriously though, it takes about 90 seconds to read the rules, and once you've read them, you know them. So
Yeah.
please, just take the time.
and we try to make them a lot easier to read and a lot more like straightforward as well. So it's easier to like understand and I don't know and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah.
So yeah, if everyone could please read them at some point, that would be ideal.
Yeah. Remember, if you do get reported, ignorance is not an excuse. So you will not be able to turn around and say, "Oh, I didn't know that was a rule," because
Yeah.
it's in the rules. You should have read it. So, if you do get reported, even if you think it's for something pretty minimal, so i.e., do not spin on formation lap rule. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you spin on your formation lap, you should stop at, ideally the side of the track, I guess, and wait for the game to disqualify you. That's assuming F1-23 will disqualify you. I think it will. But although ultimately they could just say go into their options and retire, couldn't they? Doesn't really matter.
Can you retire from the formation lap?
I'll be honest, I've never tried, so I'm not 100% sure.
That's about yeah.
I wouldn't
never
recommend it.
Okay. So ideally, that we actually want them to stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't press anything. Just stop, and get disqualified, so that you're put back to your grid slot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, alternatively, we don't want to get to the point where we say, actually, this is getting a bit silly. We don't want to be turning formation lap off. It's part of it. So, there we go. So that's that one. In terms of the two divisions, of course, we're going to have two separate stewarding teams. Sorry, that was a question, not me stating it. Anybody?
Wait.
You're
Sorry,
lagging
your
there.
your mic was lagging a bit there.
Sorry.
What was
Right,
it?
so in terms of the two divisions, so Tuesday and Thursdays, we're going to have, am I right in saying we're going to have two stewarding teams?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So, separate. So, yeah. And are both teams, I don't know if this is right or not, are they consistent of people that don't drive in those divisions?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Right.
But, okay.
Nearly.
Yeah,
not quite.
we've done that where we can, but we didn't have the numbers to be able to do it exactly. So there we go. Okay, around the rules then, Oozers, is there anything else you want to say?
Well, I had the formation lap one here, which we already touched on. It's not really a new rule here that I'm gonna bring out, but it's a rule which does seem to get like broken often, and
Yeah.
it is the 5-minute break after qualifying, because it is so annoying to have to do a lobby reset. And so I've underlined it like 17 times because it seems to be whenever we get a brand new reserve and we say, "Oh, have you read the rules?" They always say yes, and then they always just read it up early. So
Yeah.
please, can everybody, like even if that is the only rule in which you read, just please follow it, because lobby resets are annoying for everyone.
They are. They are. We will do lobby resets if they are required, but yeah, I second that. They are very annoying for you guys who are driving, for the guys that actually have to do the restart, to set it up, and do the grids and all that. And they're also annoying for both myself as the commentator and for the people that are watching you as well. So,
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't help anyone. But you know, sometimes they're a necessary evil when the lobby's having issues or something like that. We can't help it then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
Other than that, it wasn't really an issue until it came to like the end of the season. But people started to cut corners deliberately in qualifying. I don't think we had that in the rules prior, but I've made sure that it's in the rules for this season, in which you cannot cut corners during like if you're on your in lap or if you're on your out lap to make up time
Yeah.
to get to the line or to get back in the pits, because it's not really, like, it just doesn't look good.
No.
Really, like you're not allowed to do it.
Real life, so
Yeah. Yeah. You
Exactly.
don't find Fernando Alonso skipping, you know, across the grass somewhere because he needs to get back to the garage quickly. It's
Exactly. Yeah.
you know. Yeah, no, you're right. You got to think, guys. We know it's just a game, but at the end of the day, it's something we're putting out there to people and say, "Come and watch us," sort of thing. So we want to make it look as professional as we can, and just doing that sort of thing doesn't look professional. I don't know if we put a rule in about it, but can I please urge people, don't retire in the pits, or you know, if you've got to retire because you've got damage, like rear wing damage or something like that, please screenshot it, okay, so that you can show it to the stewards of why you retired. In that circumstance, okay, but what I mean is, if you're just having a bad race, please don't just retire in the pits. Finish the race. Everybody scores points. Everybody scores points, isn't it? Or is it top 15?
Yes.
It's everybody.
Yeah, it's
Everyone.
Everyone.
It's everyone. Yeah.
There you go. So even if you finish last, you still score, and you don't know how important that
Well,
could be
it's
come the end of the season.
it's everyone as long as you're classified. I think if you get lapped a certain amount of times, you don't get classified anymore, in which then you won't score points, I would believe. But other than that, just as long as you get classified as finishing the race, then
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
yes,
so you've got to be
you will score
classified,
points.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No worries. Anything else regards rules?
we've been through the point system on how that's changed, like the driver day things. We've been through that with the.
No, that's coming up. That's coming up. So I haven't forgotten about it. Don't worry, that's literally just about to come up. So, right, okay. So that's it for the rules. So yeah, so literally, as James just said, so there's we're not doing the driver of the days exactly the same. So James, I'll pass it on to you then. So you tell people how that's going to work.
I can't remember. So if you could do it, that would be lovely.
Brilliant.
I just knew it was changing.
Right, League Racing, just say yes. There's still one more thing before the end. There's a little surprise before the end. So, right, okay.
Brilliant.
So we have gotten rid of the free drivers being picked for driver of the day. So you still got the hilly driver of the day. Will get a point.
Moses.
And Oozers for the Thursday nights, obviously. So don't forget those, and don't forget to pick at Oozers. I have told Oozers he doesn't have to follow my rules. You guys know my rules. You must be penalty free to win driver of the day from me. Otherwise, I won't. I don't care if you came from 20th to win the race. If you got a penalty, you ain't getting it. So it's up to Oozers whether he takes that on or if he has his own set of rules. I don't mind.
I think I'd make an exception if somebody came from 20th to win, but
You're
other
too
than that,
soft.
I think I probably well thought that that's him as well.
Yeah, too soft. It's way too soft. Okay, that's fine. It's the same, mate. That's completely up to you. But there we go. So there's that. Was there anything else on that side, James? I think. You can't remember, can you? Yeah, no, I think that was it on that. So that comes down to the last announcement, I think. Which, okay, guys. So I'm not going to lie. I've this is something I've actually thought of before, but never instigated. And I hope it's going to work. But it's going to be. It's going to be a learning curve when we first start doing it, and it's not going to affect your championships. So let's just make that clear. So I've nicked this a little bit from my co-coms in PRF1. But as I say, I had thought about doing it before. I just I didn't. So yeah. Right, okay, we're going to have power rankings. So after the race, well, not immediately after the race, but later in the week, what we will do is the admins will discuss each driver's performance on a race, and we will score you out of 10. Okay, and it will be down to the decimal points. So it could be you might get a 2. You might, well, you'd have to be pretty exceptional to get a 10. I'm not going to lie to you. Or you might get 6.8 or 6.2 or 7.6. I think you get the point. Yeah. Okay, and they're going to be separate to the main standings. There is no impact on the drivers and constructors standings. The power rankings are separate. Okay. Now, just to explain, these are done on what we think. So, on where we think you should be finishing and how you should be performing. So, to give you an example, Car C, obviously, the expectation on Car C is going to be extremely high. So, pretty much, if he doesn't finish on the podium, he's not going to get a very high rating. He may not even get a high rating if he doesn't win a race when we think he should. So, it's going to be very difficult for Car C to stay towards the top of these rankings. But we will be fair to him, and we'll score him fairly. And we take everything into account. So if you've had something that was not your fault, that's knocked you down to the back, but then you've recovered up to a decent position, we'll score you because of that and everything. So, at the other end of the grid, no offence here, but let's say operator, let's say you've qualified last, you've finished 16th, you're likely to get a good rating because you've moved forward. Well, I don't know if that would be exceeding the expectations of you, to be fair, but so it gives everybody a chance. There's something different, if you see what I mean. So you'll get a better idea of it as we actually go into the season and we start doing it. But basically what I've done at the moment, I've ranked the grid based on your pace from 22, and that's ranking at the moment. We'll sort of say where we think you should finish, but as I say, situations in the race will change it. So there we go. So I hope that sounds pretty cool. Maybe a little bit complicated when I'm just trying to explain it out loud like that, because it's not complicated though. It's really simple, but it's hard to explain. That's all. That's my final little bit announcement. So
can I ask you something about that?
Please, please do.
So you said that it was based on our rankings from last F1.
It's based on what
pace.
So what I deemed your pace to be, where you were in the field.
So will that change throughout the season, or?
Yes. We've already mentioned about you seem to have gained some pace users. So at the moment, based on 22, you're certainly not at the bottom, but you're down in the sort of final third.
Bottom, yeah.
Okay, so but your pace so far in 23 suggests you could well be fighting further up than that. So performances within the season will change things about. Even Carsey, if I find that he's not winning the races that he was in the last 2 seasons, then his expectation level will drop. So that will work. That will be the case for everybody.
Okay, cool,
So anybody else got any questions about that? Any other questions about that?
Nope. You don't get actual points or anything for that. It's just a separate.
Yeah, no, it's completely separate. As I say, it's not. It won't affect either the drivers or the constructors at all. It is completely separate, and who knows, you might get a trophy from Illy at the end of it.
That replace the driver of the day vote for drivers.
That's replaced the one where I select 3 drivers and you guys all vote. So yeah. Yeah,
One less job for me.
Yeah, I think that had to go in a way. I mean, it was you know, you want to keep things. Although it's good to have extra things in that, but you want to keep things slightly close to real life. And obviously, I know it's not close to real life having everybody score points, but power rankings are in real life now, so that's all part of it. So
Sit with football and that as well.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, so. It's hopefully it'll work nicely, but please don't anybody take any offence to anything. It's just remember, it's just for fun. It's a bit of fun. So there we go.
Everyone loves a power rank.
Yes, yeah. Some more than most.
You definitely fell asleep well, by the way.
It's just waking
No,
up.
I'm telling you,
Might have done.
So
if we go checking in the party, he's definitely on a TT right now.
I reckon
He's
you're
not.
right.
He says
He's
home.
not
No,
actually.
oh, cool. That is disappointing.
I've had that the whole time.
Right, guys. We're so close to the 2 hours. You know, it seemed...
We're a minute.
Oh no,
off.
actually,
we can ramble on for a minute, can't we?
yeah, we've got to do 2 hours. Right, okay. Anything else?
There was something, but I think it might be a little bit too long for now because like the season 2 reviews about the people sent in. I don't
Okay.
know when we were going to go through those, but
Have you got them to hand?
they're on the Discord.
Oh, are they? No.
We can go through them.
I didn't even know about this. What's this? Where? Hang on.
Didn't know about this.
I didn't know about this. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on. I got another follow. Who's that? I can't read that. Adrian Picaret. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian.
You've butchered that, mate.
Yeah. Picaret. Anyway, thank you very much, Adrian.
There's quite a few reviews to do on here, so you might be,
Is it? That's
might be
alright.
able to do them like on a pre-season race or something.
No, because that just gives me more stuff to do on a pre-season race. I don't want to do that.
Sweet.
Pre-season race, I want to literally join a minute before you start and just, start talking crap. It's not. Where is it? I can't see it. Where is it?
See, it's under admin, and then season 2 review. Well, no. With the 5 questions, you did know this.
No. Oh, season 2 review. I don't know anything about this.
Favorite race, biggest surprise, driver of the season, most improved.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Let's do this quickly. So, are you in there as well, then, James?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Well, you start then. Read out Gooners.
So first one was Guna. His favourite race of the season was Portimao because he won after qualifying the back end of the top 10 for the sprint and then winning it. That was the soft one that we went through. Biggest surprise of the season. This is this is out there. Reed being so far off of the top of the championship. He's calling Reed out.
Yeah. He is laying it
He's
down
out
to
there
you,
for this
really,
season.
boy. He's laying it down to you, man.
Driver of the season. Carsey, fair enough. Good vote. Winning the championship with operator. Most improved Dorian. And bold prediction. Saint T to be champion for season 3. So yeah.
Bloody up so.
Certainly chance. Excellent. Well, do you want to read out Damir's?
Yep.
Oh,
One
God,
second.
I
Let
said-
me find it. Favourite race of the season was Kota. Not his best finish, but wheel-to-wheel racing for the last 10 laps felt like a workout. His biggest surprise of the season was he's only had 2 DNFs. or maybe just one in Jeddah. Oh,
Well, there's one or
sorry.
the other.
There was. I don't really know what that means.
Oh right, no, I get it. So yeah, it's only
It
2
was only-
DNFs, or maybe just one
In the
actually
whole
in
race
Jeddah,
at Jeddah.
Maybe just one.
because he was expecting
Or was
loads at Jeddah.
Right. His driver of the season was Carsey, even though it's a boring answer, and even though he would like to put Reed. Carsey has had a phenomenal season, almost no mistakes. Most improved, he's gone for my old teammate Dorian.
Oh boy.
From struggling his debut and fighting at the back, he's now fighting for top 10 and has a couple of Q3s. His bold prediction for season 3 is that at least 12 drivers within a second, other than Carsey.
Okay, so he thinks that basically saying he thinks the grid's going to be a lot closer.
Yep, he's
Yeah,
given us a bonus prediction as well. Reed will win the race at Silverstone.
Oh,
Random one.
okay,
Why fuck that out?
fair enough.
Yep,
That
here
is
we are.
that is serious pressure on you at Silverstone, then, really, boy. Fair enough. We can forgive Damir for number 2, by the way, because remember he's not Serbian, he is Bosnian, and so we can forgive him for confusing well a little bit. So there we go. If you didn't understand
not.
why I just said that, is because you
Either
don't
you
know. There's somewhere earlier in the season. Okay, who's ready to read out Wales? Not Wales, obviously. No, it's not Wales. What am
Read
I
out
talking about?
Wales.
Sorry.
Dorian, man.
Dorian.
Yeah, well, put it there. It looks like Wales done them all, to be honest. But
I was done them all.
yeah, sorry. So yeah, who's going to read out Dorian's then?
Oh.
Who- Oozers, go on then.
Yep. So Dorian's favourite race was Singapore. It was his best finish in the league, which he worked hard for and he really enjoyed it. It was also his first race where he hadn't spun yet.
He did.
His
Just by the way, I was watching it back.
wait,
Did
Dorian
Yeah.
did Singapore.
Ah.
He did. He told me not to mention that.
Why?
He told you not to mention it, but you thought you'd mention it anyway.
Ban him from the league.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
Dorian.
Oh wow, Dorian, you should
His
feel
biggest surprise of
betrayed.
the season was
He won't be listed anymore.
Dorian's biggest surprise was how fast the league got. I think he was more leaning towards the end of the season, which I also agree with. The pace going towards the end got crazy. Especially, I think there was a couple of races where Whale didn't even make Q3, which was a bit mad. It just meant that I had no chance of getting in there.
Mhm.
His most improved is Gunnar, but he also liked the Damir as well. But I think he's gone with Damir because Damir is a regular in his practice lobbies and he's been monitoring his improvement every week. He's gone for Carsey as his driver of the season, obviously because he won the championship in another dominating season. And his bold prediction for season 3 was the constructors was going to be a lot closer,
Yeah.
and he also thinks that the drivers will be a lot closer as well.
Yeah, I think I agree with everything he said
Jesus.
there. Okay, Corey,
Yeah.
it's
So,
for you to read out
Reeds.
Reeds.
Alright, so Rudy's favourite race was Singapore. For him, it was because it highlighted where he was as a driver. I can respect that. Just a tad behind Carson and Meatball. Biggest surprise was the talent in the league. Again, I do agree. Like the talent at the top of the league is fantastic, all the way through the field. Really, to be fair.
Yeah,
Driver of the season, Carsey. Most improved driver. He's gone with Dorian.
Mhm.
And then bold prediction for season 3, hopefully being a lot closer. I think most people have gone for that, haven't they?
yeah, it seems to
Yeah.
seems to be a popular one.
You
Okay.
can read out Wales.
Yeah, I can read out Wales. It's actually Wales now. So Wales' favourite race was Aussie. It's Australia. P2 and only car seat ahead. Oh, all about you, innit, Well? P2 and only car seat ahead of
Yeah.
me. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Biggest surprise was Baz the Ninja. Massive improvement from season 1. If you look at my pre-season predictions, I had Baz as surprise of the season. Goodness me. 3 driver of the season has to be. I'm surprised you didn't choose yourself. Has to be Carsey, but Gunnar and Taylor close behind. Both consistent, and Gunnar got his first win. Most improved of the season was Damir Soklovic, and number 5 season 3 prediction: freeway title fight going into the final race. And even if it's not going into the final race, being the owner, you can just make it double points, so it does. So you can literally make your prediction come true.
Yeah, I might spring a surprise.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Okay, that's
James
Wales.
So James Adams' favourite race was me battling movement at Wales at Silverstone 6th. Sweaty race, mega tight for both second stint. Surprise was Gaz's oil tank in his garden blowing up, tiring like 4th. Hungary. You can imagine that happening.
Oh, brilliant.
Hasn't actually put the question. So driver of the season, gone with Gunnar. Rossi's on another level. I feel like it's too obvious. Second close, but Gunnar got the race win this year, which is fair enough. Awfully, but Ozers with like a shrugged shoulder for most improved, so it sounds like he's on the fence with that one. So, give you that, mate. And Sainty to win the season 3 by beating Carsey, the second one to say that. Interesting.
Hopefully, again, that comes true. The ideal.
Oozers, do you want to read out Druggy Pigs?
I sure can. His favourite race was Canada, where he got his one. His surprise of the season was me, because I didn't know who Billy Connolly was. James, I hate you. His triumph of the season was Carsey. His most improved driver was Dorian, because he jumped straight in using no assists and hit the ground pretty much running. His bold prediction is a 3-4 team constructors fight for the title.
Going into the last race. So, wow. Okay. Right, I think Whale. All right, actually, I'll give you a choice: Whale or Corey. You guys need to read out Carsey's in your best Northern Irish accents, please.
I'm not doing that. No chance.
Nope.
Come on, you got to pretend to be Carsey.
Not having my parents.
Carsey.
Nah.
I'm not.
Even I don't think I could even do a Northern Irish accent. So.
No, nor can I. That's why I
No
was asking them. I don't. No.
Liz.
All right, just read it out normally then.
Come on, Haley, do it.
I can't do it.
Come on, Haley, do it.
Oh. No, come on, it's not my turn to read one out. Come on. Well, it's actually your turn.
Do you
Well,
want me to read this one out then?
Well, it's your turn. Yeah.
Corey's next, so
Yeah, my predictions after this one, so probably better if I read this one and then we'll read.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Carsey's favourite race was Singapore. He hit one of his best quali laps and followed up with a fight through the field at the end. He did. That was different than that. P3 in Canada. Driver of the season was Gunnar. Most improved driver was James Adams. He was saying about his T-teens, his time trials weren't being that good, and he's saying he proved himself to be a very high-class upper midfield driver. And his bold prediction for season 3 is a race win for Moomin.
Okay. Just give me a sec. Hang on. Right. My favourite race of the season was Singapore because I hit one of the best quality laps, then followed it up with that 5 through the field at the end. Then my biggest surprise of the season was James P3 in Canada. Beautiful drive from him. Well, driver of the season, Gunnar, without a doubt. The performances from him has been insane. Yeah, most improved driver was James Adams. His TTs before he joined us were poor, and he's proved himself massively, and a very, very solid upper midfield driver now. One bold prediction for season 3. Well, I reckon Moomin's going to get a race win, and he's already looking great in the beta.
I'll tell you what, that weren't half bad.
Was that right?
I'll give you that. You went a bit American a couple of times.
I did tonight.
I'll give you that. That's fair, mate. That is fair.
Oh god, I didn't even know I could do that. Right, okay. Oh, hang on, that ain't it, is it?
Oh, you got to do Corey.
You got to do Corey.
Oh,
Me.
God.
Right. Corey. Favourite race was Kota. Great battles with Moomin and James. Don't know which one he didn't specify. Unfortunate.
Teammate.
No, he's rubbish. Surprise of the season was Woofy Biggs so far down the order. Yeah, I'd agree with that. No. Fair. Driver of the season, Carsey again. Obviously. Most improved was Dorian again. Especially in qualifying. And his bold prediction, at least 7 drivers to win a race during the season.
See, you asked
There's
for bold
only-
predictions.
I can be
Interesting.
I think my bold prediction for this season was to have 5 different race winners. I'm not sure if we got that or not.
Oh, you ain't done one, mate. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
5 6. I think we have 4.
forgot to do one for this season or next season. Sorry.
Where's Ellie gone?
I'm still there.
Oh look, you're moving around.
Yeah,
That's
I was
all right.
league racing asked to see my setup, so I showed him my Xbox with the pad next to it. That is my setup. There were 4 winners last season, Oozers. So we're close, but no cigar.
I think there was 5. I'd like to contradict.
Carsey.
I can name them all as well because I'm.
Go on, do it.
Ready?
Please.
Yeah, there was.
Carsey, Reed.
Yep.
You just said
Racing
Carsey
Joe.
twice.
What?
You said Carsey twice. Then.
3.
Carsey, Reed, Racing J,
Right.
Sane T,
Uno.
and Guna.
Yeah.
When did
I'll tell
Racing
you
J
what.
win?
Yeah, you're right.
Netherlands
He won
J1.
Zandvoort.
Yeah, he won Zandvoort.
Ah.
Yeah, fair play.
Guys, Ozers is just a big brain.
Yeah.
Ozers knows all.
Okay, right. Last one, operator. Monza finished P8, best result of the season. That was a superb performance from operator. That one. Winning the constructors' title was sure McLaren would catch us. Is his surprise of the season. His driver of the season is Oozers.
Oh, who the fuck he's been watching?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I can't
That without a shadow of a doubt, that is a sympathy vote.
How much have you
I'll
paid
take
him?
it.
Most improved driver, also Oozers.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Get your tongue out.
Absolutely. Get your tongue out, operator.
Empty now.
Number
we're
5,
double
so
again.
bold prediction of the season. Carsey won't do the double again.
I could see that, to be fair.
So he won't win both titles again. After the draw, he may. He got a chance.
I think, James, it's more hope than anything though.
I'm just having a look at your save now, League Racing, and my TT. I've got no idea what my TT at Austria is. I haven't really done it yet. I'll be on all the tracks, but I haven't really done a TT at all. I've just quickly nicked a setup, done 3 laps, and then disappeared again. Oh yeah, nice save. Nice save, Epic. Very nice. Right then, that is all of them because Oozer's never bothered to do one.
Neither
and
did you.
I didn't know anything about it. I told you.
Right now, to be fair.
Yeah, go on then. Give us yours then.
Wait, what's the questions again? Favorite race, right, sorry.
I haven't even done it 20 minutes.
Favorite race?
Right, favorite race.
Ooh. Monza.
I knew he was,
What?
I knew he was going to say.
Yeah, because that was my best race when I was on no traction.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had a very
P7.
good Monza race.
Not bad.
fair enough.
Yeah, but P7 for me back then was like a
Yeah,
race
yeah,
win,
yeah.
right?
With no traction on.
He's more me than Well, isn't he?
Biggest surprise. Ooh. I've sort of a blank here. I don't know. I'm on the spot. Biggest surprise. Can I come back to that?
Yeah.
Right. Cross driver this season. Most improved driver. I'll probably go Dorian as well. For obvious reasons, he's bloody unreal now. Bold prediction. Alpha Romeo will be in the top 2 for the constructors.
I'll say that now. The drawing's been done. We were doing this before the draw. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I've cheated, so you just have to deal with it.
Back to the surprise of the season.
Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna do surprise Dorian as well. By how quickly he was able to get the hang of the no assess.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. I'll quickly do mine as well. Favorite race was France. As I keep telling people, I don't know why people don't like it because it always provides easily one of the most entertaining races of the season. And it didn't fail to do that again. It was absolutely brilliant. Surprise of the season. I'm going to go in a slightly different direction with this. I know Sainty from ERC, and driving against him, I knew he was very quick. But honest to God, when he came into WAOF1, I did not expect him to be fast enough to challenge Carsey. But he definitely is, and definitely was. So my surprise of the season was Sainty's pace, to be honest, when he joined the league. So knew he was quick, I just didn't realise he was that quick. Driver of the season, I agree with everybody else. It's got to be Carsey, hasn't it? I don't think. Yeah. Most improved driver, I'm going to say Gooner for me. I've seen it in all. Obviously, I commentate multiple leagues, and I've seen it in all the leagues. He's just so much further up the field than he used to be. I can remember beating him at Spa in a race in Arc really early in the season. I won at Spa, and I think he was second, and I beat him by about 15 seconds or something. I don't reckon I'd be able to keep up with him now. So that's how much quicker I think he's actually gotten. Bold prediction. Carsey won't win the Drivers' Championship for a third time. I think that's pretty bold considering his pure domination for the first 2 seasons.
I was about to say that's probably the boldest one.
Yeah, I don't think he will. We'll see. But yeah, there we go. Right. We've now been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I've loved every minute of it, though, so thank you for doing this with me tonight, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And we've had some very nice comments out there, so thank you to all you guys out there as well for such nice comments. And even more for the 9 people that are still with us. But I feel our time has come to an end because I am gradually getting harder and harder to see on the stream because it's getting darker and darker. Yeah. I think that's it, guys. And I don't know if anybody else wants to add anything.
Can I again ask a quick question for you?
Yeah.
So when we do another one of these, is there likely to be another quiz about the previous F1 drivers?
There's the
Back
homework.
in the 1950s or whatever. Just so you know, just the next time I don't make such a fool of myself.
I think you know me well enough by now, and the way that I change the silly question that I ask in comms every week in the interview to know full well I am not going to let you know what to expect next time.
That was the answer.
There will be a quiz, but perhaps it'd be on curling, so you'll probably be very good at that.
Be what?
Oh, what was that? Maytex just subscribed for 12 months. Thank you very much, Maytex. You awesome legend, you. Love you to bits.
Did you say on curling?
Curling, yes.
Yes, he did.
You know, that's the one sport you're actually really good at in Scotland.
I didn't know that that was a sport. I'll be honest. I thought you meant like what girls do to their hair.
Oh my god.
Curling's a sport. What the fuck are you doing curling?
That should be a sport. That should be a sport. Have you ever tried doing that? Oh my god.
Curling.
I used to, yeah. Well, when I had hair, I've tried it before with one of my mum's rollers.
Slide stones on ice.
I was talking about the
Sounds like
curlers in
sport.
your. I was talking about the curlers in your hair, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, they slide stones on ice. I don't know. I think it looks quite hard, but it's like bowls on ice, basically. As bowls have been a topic of the night.
Please don't make the thing about that because I think I'd be even worse at that.
I already know exactly what I'm going to ask you next time,
no.
so
I've got to try get into your mind then.
it is. There will be a quiz next time. I already know exactly what it's going to be about, but I ain't telling you. Simple as that. So, yeah. So,
Are we gonna have to hire another admin because if a car seat can make the next one, we're gonna have an odd number.
to be fair, that is a good point.
Or we could just bring in somebody
off,
random
right.
who wants to put in.
Well, I think I think maybe because I was sort of toying with the idea that we ask some others to come in as well. So, yeah, we'll have to have a think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, perhaps we could do that because we got an odd number then. As long as Carsey can make it, then and we can all make it, then we'll get a guest in to do it, which should probably be Reed actually because he's he was actually supposed to be guesting tonight. I don't know if he's still out there. He hasn't typed anything, but he was supposed to be guesting tonight.
Was
But
he actually? Okay.
I'll be honest, I completely forgot that I asked anybody. It was quite a while ago now.
We've done all right.
But he was the only one that responded, so yeah. But no, there we go. So, and then he could have done the Carsey impression. Look, he probably would have been quite good.
Oh yeah, he would have absolutely nailed that.
He
I
would.
was speaking in some language that we just wouldn't have heard.
Right.
Lovely voice notes.
Oh, he is still there. Reed is still there.
Hey.
We'll step up to whatever KM. Oh, I'm needed for. There we go. What was that? Who was saying that? What?
What?
Who was saying? Someone was saying something. Was that you, Corey?
Just you speaking.
I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, it was Corey, mate. I think. Yeah.
One of you was definitely cheeking.
No, mate.
Well, I think I don't know. It's a bit dodgy to me.
I only heard you, Hilly. I'll be honest.
Well, you're Rocket Reed. You are a legend, and we may well take you up on that. So thank you very much. Yeah, sorry about tonight. I had completely forgotten I'd actually asked for anyone to guest tonight, Reed. Otherwise, we'd have got you involved. But we should do it next time then. I think that's it, guys. I don't want to go. I'm enjoying myself so much. I don't want to go, but I
Turn
really
the
can't.
live off, mate. We can have a party.
Yeah, that's it. So, all right then, guys. Well, all that's left to say really is thank you ever so much to all of you that have watched along with us and had a bit of fun in the chat and everything. For the follows, guys, for the subscriptions, Matex, thank you ever so much. You're a legend as always. Yeah, thank you to all of you, really. Glitch, if you're still listening, then I'll get back to you shortly about getting you into the league. But yeah, other than that, guys, thank you ever so much. I hope you enjoyed what we've done. It's actually gone a lot smoother than I thought it was going to. So, there we go. All right then, guys. Well, it's a good night from me, and it's a good night from them. So say good night, you lot.
Have a good one, gents.
Night,
and everyone.
night.
Bye.
All right. Thanks very much, guys. Thank you, everyone. Good night. God bless. See you soon.